Today we have two guests from UMass Dartmouth with us here today. We have the new Dean of the Charlton College of Business, Dr. Madan Annavarjula, and the Assistant Vice Chancellor of Civics Engagement, Dr. Mathew Roy, with us today. Could you tell us a little bit about yourselves before we dive into the context? What would you like to share about yourself?
Sure. Thank you very much, Abby. My name is Madan Annavarjula. I am the Dean of the College of Business at UMass Dartmouth. I started this role in August of last year. Prior to that, I was the Dean of the College of Business at Bryant University in Smithfield, Rhode Island. I worked in Smithfield, Rhode Island for almost 18 years. I graduated from Temple University in Philadelphia with a PhD in international business, and I've taught in several other schools like Sacred Heart University, Northern Illinois University, Bryant University, and then currently at UMass Dartmouth. I've also had the privilege of teaching and doing research in several other countries in collaboration with several universities like the Helsinki School of Economics in Finland, Temple University in their Singapore campus, and so on and so forth.
Nice. What about you?
So I'm going to take you in a little different direction than Madan did in terms of my my history, partly because it's more local. So Madan has a lot of international experience, and that's his background. But I was born and raised here in Fall River, Massachusetts, and I'm the 10th of 11 children and the first to go to college. And so part of my journey, I would hope, is a motivation for some of the students here, both at Durfee and throughout the South Coast region, to find your way to college. One of the things that happened to me was that when I walked on the campus at Bristol Community College, I knew that I wanted to spend the rest of my life on a college campus with people who continuously wanted to learn and things of that nature. I, like Madan, did a PhD. My PhD is in management with a focus on leadership. And then I moved away to Wisconsin and then moved my way back home. So from Wisconsin, I taught at Sacred Heart University in Fairfield, Connecticut. That's where Madan and I met over 25 years ago.
Yes.
And then came to UMass Dartmouth 23 years ago and started a Center for Civic Engagement. And the mission with that center is to connect the academic enterprise to community assets and community needs.
Thank you. That sounds great. Dr. Annavarjula, can you explain the benefits of the local businesses and provide some business examples for us?
Sure, absolutely. So we are at the business school and our educational model, our pedagogical model is learning by doing. We feel our students learn the best when they're involved in project-based learning. So we are trying to make sure that every student in the business school gets an opportunity to work with a company in this area in South Coast region in order to hone their business skills. So we want to make sure we have projects that are helpful to the businesses, but at the same time provide a helpful learning environment for the students. So we call that the experiential learning model, and we would like to scale it up to make sure that every student who graduates from Charlton College will have a consulting project under their belt.
That sounds amazing. Dr. Roy, is this program only for business, and can nonprofit schools or governments also benefit from these types of projects?
Great question, Abby. The short answer is yes, it's absolutely for other entities, not just business enterprises. So we have done several projects throughout the community with nonprofits, government-based entities, and also schools. Let me give you a few examples. And by the way, during the course of my 23 years plus at UMass Dartmouth, I have trained over 150 faculty in best practices in community-based education. So what we're trying to do at UMass Dartmouth is create real or collaborate with the community in terms of real life projects that not only benefit these entities, but challenge our students' knowledge, skills, and abilities. And you only do that when you have good partners who can actually also work with our students in terms of teaching them about the particular situation or context in which they're in. So let me give you a few examples. And no project is too big or too small. So one project that happened as a collaboration between engineering students and the College of Visual and Performing Arts students was to just recently redesign or help design that new neighborhood that's going to be where Route 79 used to be in Fall River.
Yes.
So we took down that highway, we're building a brand new neighborhood. These students, about 5 different groups, presented ideas that would be both sustainable in terms of the engineering and the layout of the buildings, and also aesthetically pleasing for that new neighborhood. So the 5 groups presented to the mayor of Fall River, the city planner, and the consultant on that project. So they get a bunch of different ideas, which they are now incorporating into the final design for that neighborhood. So that's kind of on the larger scale of things. And then, of course, all our disciplines, one of the ways that we connect with the community is that our students might teach younger students what they're learning. So, for instance, we have students that are teaching guitar and piano to middle school kids.
Oh, wow.
Awesome. And similarly, in the business school, the type of projects that we have done in the past and the ones that we would like to expand upon, or for example, a small and medium-sized company wants to export its products to other countries. We would be able to do a feasibility plan for the business. We would be able to identify distributors in that particular market, and we will be able to write a business plan for them to take to the bank to raise capital. But at the same time, we could do some market research for companies to estimate the demand for their products or services. We can even try to understand the leadership development needs of those companies and provide some kind of training programs and so on and so forth. So the idea is to collaborate with the local businesses so that it is good for them to involve our students and our faculty, and it's good for our students to learn by doing.
That's amazing. So far we have talking about service learning and students performing projects embedded in classes at UMass Dartmouth. Are there any other opportunities for local organizations to connect with UMass Dartmouth facilities and students?
Oh, absolutely. There are several other opportunities for the local businesses to participate in our student learning. For example, we prepare our students with the requisite functional knowledge to have some kind of internships in the companies, wherein the students can actually work on projects, at the same time learn while they are working. And the companies benefit from having our students work on those projects so that by the time they finish their internship, they will actually know the suitability and the fit between the students' qualifications and the company's needs. So internships is one thing that comes to my mind right away in terms of the opportunities for the students and for the companies.
Agree.
And then we conduct a lot of competitions in the classrooms in terms of business projects, case competitions, and so on and so forth. So the local businesses can actually participate and serve as either judges, give us some projects that we can actually help make into a competition for the students, and so on and so forth. So there are several ways we can partner with the local businesses to benefit our students as well as them.
If I could cut in for a moment.
Of course.
The other opportunity is actually to collaborate with faculty directly. So, Abby, we were talking about service learning or community-based learning where faculty will embed in their classes some challenges that also might benefit the community. Sometimes our faculty research in and of itself could be beneficial to the university and the faculty member, but also to the community. So, again, let me give you an example, both large and small. So on the larger end, you may or may not have heard that like New Bedford is the largest grossing fishing port in the United States. And much of that revenue comes from the harvesting of scallops. And our researchers at UMass Dartmouth have collaborated with the fishing captains in order to film the underwater environment on the seabeds and have developed new protocols for harvesting scallops and actually changed national laws around that. So it's our researchers studying the scallop industry that then help the New Bedford fishermen in terms of how they can harvest scallops. So that's on the larger end.
Yeah.
On the smaller end, and more recently, we've had a psychology professor who was approached by one of our local community-based partners, a youth serving agency, and I don't want to necessarily mention the agency per se, but the agency was concerned about youth mental and emotional health. And so the faculty person went into the organization and did some surveys and met with younger people and developed a response as to where youth are in terms of their emotional and mental health. The benefit to the organization was how do we develop our programming, given that this is where our students are at, right? And the benefits to the faculty person is that the faculty person was then able to publish that research and share it with the rest of the country.
Sure. And the best part about this, Abby, is that all these services are free to the companies.
That's
we don't charge
amazing.
them anything. They just have to reach out to us with the project or the problem that they are facing, and we will take care of the rest.
You know, Madan has a way of saying companies because he's a business guy and he's thinking about businesses, but any entities, nonprofits, government-based organizations, schools. Part of our reason for being here today is that we want to underscore the outreach mission at UMass Dartmouth, because it not only provides excellent real-life opportunities for our students and faculty, but it also benefits organizations that want to collaborate with us.
Absolutely, and I completely agree with that. It's just not the businesses, but any organization that could benefit from our services, we are ready to serve them.
That's amazing. I can clearly see the benefit to our local community, but why would UMass Dartmouth get involved in these types of projects?
Number one, because our priority is to partner with the local companies. We want to be a useful player in the community. In addition to being a quality provider of education, especially business education, we want to be able to make an impact in the society. We want to be able to partner with them, we want to be able to serve them, and we want to be able to serve our students by bringing the businesses and the organization and the students together.
You know, Abby, any state college or university has a mission to serve the sons and daughters of that state. And that service is often about maximizing the learning, but it's also connecting to communities. So that is, in fact, our mission, that we're supposed to be doing that. A part of that is that we're trying to maximize the learning, and we know that students and faculty are going to learn more if they're doing something that's real versus something that's hypothetical, like what you're doing right here, Abby. You're not talking about media, you're taping this show, which is a benefit to the community because people learn about what's happening in our community through this show.
Yes.
And also the reality of this is UMass Dartmouth is the biggest accredited university in the South Coast. So we feel that we have a responsibility to make sure that our community benefits from what we do, and including our students. So we take this responsibility very seriously. We want to be able to be a productive partner in the progress of this community. That's basically it.
That's amazing. Local organizations can get in touch with UMass Dartmouth to collaborate on these types of projects by emailing Dr. Matt Roy at mroy@umassd.edu or by calling 508-999-8144. We want to thank Drs. Annavarjula and Roy for coming on the show today. We also want to encourage any local organizations, large or small, for profit or nonprofit. If you have any problem or challenge that you think UMass Dartmouth faculty or students can partner with you on, please reach out to them. By the way, as a high school student, I think UMass Dartmouth is a great place for students to learn, especially those who want to perform hands-on projects as a part of their college education. Stay tuned for information again that will appear on your screen. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Abby.